We're going to look at how we can use the Active Inspire tools on other parts of our desktop outside of the Active Inspire flip charts. There's two tools on your little toolbar here that can take you outside of the flip charts and bring the tools with them. The first one is Desktop Annotate, and you can see as I hover over that name comes up. And it actually looks like a computer screen with a little bit of writing on it. So that tells you that you can go outside of the flip chart onto the desktop and write on it. So let's give that a try. I'm going to left click on Desktop Annotate, and I'm going to pull up a document that I was working on earlier. And you can see now I have a document up on my screen that if I wanted to share this with the class, maybe something we're all reading together and I want to point out important information, we could highlight, we could take the pen and circle things. You can do pretty much anything on your document on the screen that you would like to do on a flip chart right there. I'm going to clean this up using my spray bottle and clearing annotations. And I'm going to show you how to go back into your flip chart from there. Anytime you want to go back to where you were, you just click on that previous tool. So we're going to click on Desktop Annotate, and it's going to take us back to our flip chart. The other tool that we can use that lets us work outside of the flip chart is the Desktop Tools. This looks like a computer screen with a hammer and a wrench in front of it. And again, I've hovered over it and it gives me the title Desktop Tools. I'm going to left click, and now I have this little toolbox that's out on my desktop screen. So I pulled up some internet pictures earlier, right there, some cute pictures of animals. And let's say I would like to get the picture of the polar bear, oh look at that adorable puppy, that puppy onto my flip chart screen. In the desktop tools, I have several options. I can go out to Promethean Planet, I can put on a keyboard, I can use dice or a timer or a recorder, I have a screen recorder, I can express poll. Those are all things we'll cover at a later date. Today I'm going to show you the tool that I use the most in the desktop tools, and I think that you might find very handy, and that's the camera. The camera allows me to pick the way I want the screenshot I want to take, and the easiest one really is what they call the area snapshot right here, that I am going to take a picture and put it onto my flip chart. So I'm going to left click on the area snapshot, and I get a little box, and I can move that around to whatever picture I would like to take. And I'm going to get this out of the way, and we will do this adorable little puppy. And you see how I can just move my handles, and everything that's inside this box is going to end up in my picture. So I do want to be pretty careful that I'm paying attention to what I'm getting inside the box. And once I have determined what I want to photograph, I can go back over to this little menu and I can put it on the current page of the flip chart, the next page, the clipboard, my resources, or the shared resources. I tend to use it when I'm actually in the middle of making a flip chart, so I do that page by page, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the current page. I heard that little camera click. Now, if I were going to do several pages of animals in my flip chart, I could do it again with another picture. This time I'm going to show you the point-to-point. A point-to-point is a little bit different than the area snapshot. With the point-to-point snapshot, you actually click on a point and then drag over and click again and drag. I gotta stay on that point. Yes, point-to-point is not as easy. Let's cancel that. Try again. There we go. And it's sort of a dragging around. And this I can do if I want to get an odd shape. You see how I was able to get the little more of an odd shape on this one. Stopping on point to point can sometimes be a little tricky. Okay, and as I said, I much prefer just doing an area snapshot, but I did want to show how that works. And I've already got a picture on the current page, and I want this to go on to the next page. So I'm going to click down to New Page, and I did not hear a camera click. You only hear the camera click if you're going to the current page. Let's go back to the flip chart and see how that worked. And there's my bear in the funny shape with my point to point. And you see the edges are a little jagged. And I had trouble getting out there. So that's really not my favorite way to move. But I'm going to go back to the page before where I did the area snapshot and I got that perfect little square. And those pictures are now in my flip chart, and I could add text or background or whatever I want to do to this flip chart. And I hope this helps you in determining how to use some tools outside of the Active Inspire flip chart.